Welcome once again to Bill Paxton Pinball. I have a lot of new features programmed in. I've added the multi-ball. It can only capture 2 right now, but eventually it'll capture 3. And the theme is, it'll be like Big Love, Bill Paxton's HBO show in which he's married to 3 women. And what happens is once you get the ball into all 3 of the locks, it'll enter Big Love mode and they'll all be released at once like your wives. And then every impact on the board will sound like an awful domestic noise, like a baby crying or a lawnmower. I don't have that part in yet, but yeah, one of the tricky things I've already discovered is switching between modes. Since the modes are triggered by certain things you do on the board, you have to make sure one mode doesn't interfere with another mode, or when are you allowed to switch modes. It's a lot trickier, but whatever, I'll get by. So right now it has both Aliens mode and Big Love mode, so I will make Big Love mode go. Now it says player 1. And I thought about just not saying player 1 if it's only 1 player, but I want people to realize it has a multiplayer mode. You can play up to 4 people, and whoever gets the best score wins. Anyway, this is just single player.
Ready, man. Ready to get it on.
Let's cheat. Do that a couple times. Alright, let's sink one hole.
What are we talking about here? Pussy, right?
Okay, now you've married one of the women from the show. This will trigger with 2 wives, and since I only have it looks for 3 balls, but it only captures 2, so I've got to put one out there ahead of time. But anyway, here's the mode, right here. The music's like, oh crap, here it comes. You know, you got to get people kind of pumped and scared for multi-ball. I've been divorced. Oh, I got divorced again. And as you can see, if you manage to get in those during Big Love mode, it just kicks it right back out. Probably quite unlikely in the actual game, but needed to be there anyway. And here I can switch into Aliens mode. Now I'm in Aliens mode. And since I'm in Aliens mode, I can still sync these
What are we talking about here?
to kind of accumulate them, but the thing is still in Aliens mode. It gives me a new ball. Oh, I have an animation now of a gun. I have the animation working again. Now I've won Aliens mode. Get some more points. And I can even go back into Big Love mode again. Now here's the tricky part. One of the things you have to think about. You have to think about every possible thing that can happen, basically. So here's a scenario. Let's say I'm in Big Love mode. I'm getting my points. And what happens if, now it'll kick the ball out, as long as I'm in Big Love mode. But what if I get into Aliens mode while I'm in Big Love mode, with more than 1 ball? There's still balls running around. Now in Aliens mode I can sync this, so
What are we talking about here?
I sync that. But it knows I still have balls on the board, so it doesn't load me a new one. Now I can lose a ball. So now I only have 1 ball left. So this ball goes down the hole. I fail. So yeah, that's the new modes of Bill Paxton Pinball. And that ball will basically sit there for eternity until someone gets Big Love mode or all players fail. So the modes actually carry over. So basically, if some players have 2 balls loaded up, and then their ball sinks, if the next player can get the last ball loaded, then they get multi-ball. So it's kind of a challenge to see who can get the modes before the other players. So yeah. I've also started optimizing my code. For instance, instead of having a whole bunch of if-thens to randomly pick a phrase when it fails, it actually generates a number and then converts that to a letter value, and then I just have like 26 different file names. You know, XA, XB, XC, blah blah blah, and then it picks one of those, because it's a lot easier to waste space on the memory cards than on the propeller's memory. Alright, well, oh wait, classic.
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over.
And then right there, if you're playing multiplayer, it'll say, like, whoever has the top score will be like player 3, and then show their score. So yeah, that's where we are so far. Stay tuned.